Hi, my name is Penny Steinhauer from EyePAT, and this tape is all about finding out how to run workshops called Happy Kids Don't Bully. These workshops have been developed out of working with children for a number of years, looking at cyberbullying and the way they relate, and talking to people who've been bullied and who are bullying, and realising that actually happy people don't bully. And it's quite amazing when you run them with the children. Although they may not have thought about it, when you suddenly present them with the idea, as you'll see in the session, no one can actually think of any bully who's happy. So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk you through some of the elements of the course to help you deliver it. You'll see the whole course being run at a school with real children in a real life situation, as you'll see. But in it, we're going to edit various little clips to help you to learn how to run it yourself, so you don't need necessarily to call us up to do it for you. If you'd like us to come up and do it for you, of course we can, but the idea of this is a training video to help you through the process. What a lot of schools are doing is actually running the workshops throughout the whole school and actually starting it off with a presentation and assembly. There is a short idea for a presentation on your pack. It just gives the children a quick outline of what's going to happen and starts them off thinking about Happy Kids Don't Bully. And so when they come into the actual workshop themselves, they're prepared. If you'd like to use this presentation in your school, please feel free to do so. Again, it's written in PowerPoint. You don't have to show it on the screen, you just may choose to use it in notes, but it's there to give you a guideline. Working with the really important thing is you work with as many classes as you can, because the whole concept behind this is the school all working together. And if you've only got a few of the children knowing what's going on, it's not nearly as effective as if the entire school knows what's going on. The first things you will have discovered by watching this video is you've got this CD, and on this CD you will find all the materials that you need to run your workshop. The film is on here, but so are all the handouts, the workbooks and everything else that you'll need. You also have in your pack this CD, which contains the EyePAT training guide. This is an internet safety training guide. It gives lots and lots of information on how to keep children safe online, and this is included free for your school in the pack. Also included in your pack are two games, Mini Maggots. There's a version for Key Stage 1 and a version for Key Stage 2. They're anti-bullying games. You can either print them off and play them in class with the children. All you need is some counters and a dice, or you can actually go onto our website and they're on the front page and the children can actually play them online. And if you go to www.eyepat.org, you'll see them on the home page, and you just click on either Key Stage 1 or Key Stage 2. There's also another game in your pack for the slightly older children called Bully Detective. Again, you can just print these off, and it is based around kind of Monopoly Cluedo, but it's all about finding the bully using their IP address. So it's a fun game. There's instructions on how to do it. It's all on your disc, and that's something that you can do with the children after the event to have a little bit of fun. On your CD, you'll find the PowerPoint presentation to actually run for the event Happy Kids Don't Bully. If you go through and look at each slide, you'll see most of them are just pictures, but you'll have lots of information to back you up and take you through how to deliver each slide. In your pack, you also have 6 foam bricks, and you can see during the actual filming of the presentation how these are used. In addition, you've got a set of notes. These notes give you step-by-step instructions on things to do before the event, and also information on each slide, each section of the event, and things that you'll need to remember. Separately in your pack, you'll find you have stickers, and you'll also have Happy Kids Don't Bully balloons. You'll see in the actual presentation the way we use those balloons. By putting them out at the beginning, it got the children engaged straight away, reading the message and having fun and enjoying themselves with the balloons. We tend to give the stickers out at the end to say thank you to the children and for a job well done. On your CD, you'll find a number of accompanying workbooks and things which you can use for the children. One of them is a letter which you can send home after the event for the parents to let them know what's been going on. Some of the children in the class will be bullies, and some of the children will have been bullied. And when they go home, They may react differently, there may be issues, and the parents, it's a good idea to let the parents know exactly what's been going on. This letter is in Word format, so the school can edit it in whatever way they like before they send it out to their parents. The workbook is something you use after the course to complement the work that the children have been doing. You can do this either on a daily basis, you could do it for a solid day after the event, or 1 hour a day for a week, or 1 hour a week. It doesn't really matter, it's up to the school to decide how they would like to use it. But it does work very well, and it's meant with the children everything that's been discussing in the school at the event, and what they would actually do within the school. Each school will have its own specific teachers, people they go to, processes, procedures that the children need to know, and this helps them to put this all together into this one book, and this is their Happy Kids Don't Bully workbook. If you don't want to do the whole workbook with the children, you can just do this one page, which is 2 things I'll do differently now. It helps the children think what they've learned throughout the session, through the workshop, and actually decide in their own behaviours what they would do, perhaps in a way that they haven't done before, to try and make a difference and to stop bullying. The 5-point pledge is designed for the children to sign. This is their agreement with the school as to what they will do to try and stamp bullying out within their school. Again, this is in Word format, and the school can change or edit it to meet their particular requirements. But the basic one is here for them. It's a really good idea to get the children to actually sign something to make that commitment that they are going to support the school. One of the main things that you must remember when you're going to run these workshops is that the children may have really serious problems which are causing them to bully, and they may come out during this workshop. I have actually seen one child start to have tears rolling down her face, and I saw another child in one session getting very uncomfortable and disengaging from the group. I always ask teachers to keep an eye out at the beginning to watch the children, because these children do need help, they do need support. Obviously, it's very important not to mention any children's names, to bring attention to any child. In the session that you'll see, there was actually one of the children came forward and played the part of the bully. This was only done because he really wanted to do it, he loved to act, and he was a really happy-go-lucky kid, and everyone knew that he would never bully anyone. Obviously, you need to be very careful which child is chosen. Quite often it's a good idea, if you're unsure, is to choose an adult, maybe a member of the teaching staff or someone like that. Because the last thing you want is the child who's played the part of the bully suddenly being teased afterwards that they're the bully. When you bought the kit, you'll have bought enough to run for one class. You get about 40 stickers, you get about 40 balloons, and you'll get the trophy. If you do need more stickers, balloons and trophies, if you go to our website, you can actually buy additional packs where they're set up in groups of 40, so you get 40 stickers, 40 balloons, and all the sundries that you need to enable you to run additional workshops. So don't worry, you don't have to run out of supplies. Okay, so why would you run a Happy Kids Don't Bully workshop? Why not carry on doing the workshops you've already been doing? Well, this kind of takes the idea of bullying and turns it upside down. Most workshops centre around how the victim feels. They work with the victim, their experiences, and sometimes they get the victim to sit down with the bully and explain to the bully how it's made them feel. Well, this can occasionally work. Very often what actually happens, it makes the bully feel even happier because they've actually achieved exactly what they set out to achieve. By running these workshops, and you will see in the actual workshop on the film, what happens is the children know exactly why people are bullying. It's nothing new to them, it's just they haven't thought it through. And it projects a totally different image of the bully. The bully loses their power. The children have fun learning about it, they investigate, they come up with the answers themselves. It's not us giving them the answers, we just raise the questions and they provide the actual answers. But their whole thinking and their whole concept of bullying changes. And if a child in that session has bullied, are they really going to go out and carry on bullying? Because what they're saying to their colleagues is, I'm sad, I've got problems, there's something wrong with me, which is why that I'm doing this to you. And it takes away all their power and all their ability to threaten people. And their colleagues are not actually going to be bothered by what they say, because they're going to look at them and think, oh, what's wrong with you? Poor sad person, they've got lots of problems. Perhaps we ought to go and get them some help. Which is very different from the image of the bully threatening people, making them afraid that they can't stand back. So that's why this workshop is here. It comes out of a real life experience of a girl who was a bully. She was expelled from school for bullying, but something terrible and something I wouldn't say to the children had happened in her life, and it was being done to her by a member of her family. And she couldn't deal with it. And her anger came out by bullying. And as she said to me, if someone had come and helped me and dealt with the problems and stopped that person doing this to me, I wouldn't have bullied, and there wouldn't have been the victims who've gone through life hurting because of what happened to them. So it's to her that this workshop is really dedicated, and to all the children that I've worked with who've come to me and said, we've been bullied, or people who've come to me and said, I bullied and I really regret what I did it because of X, Y or Z. So the main thing about this is to work with the bully. Now we've decided that the bully has the problems, the school needs to sit and actually work with the children. In the pack is a booklet that's been put together on how to support the bully. This is not at all designed to replace any procedures or any sources or resources that you have available to you as a school to help the bully. But please do have a look at it. It contains lots of very interesting information and places you can go, things that you can do to actually help the bully deal with their issues. Sometimes the issues can be very, very minor. It can be they're jealous because maybe the parents haven't got as much money and they haven't got the same pair of trainers or the same mobile phones as the other kids, and it's very simple to deal with. Other times you can be dealing with children who are actually got major mental issues that they're dealing with, or maybe they are being abused physically or sexually at home, and in that case you obviously need to get the professionals in to help those children and support them with their needs. Very often the schools might be aware of who these children are already. Sometimes they're the children with the biggest smile on their face and everyone thinks, oh, they're a happy kid, but in actual fact the teachers really know that they're the ones that are doing the bullying. But underneath it, the smile isn't very real because all the pain is there behind them, which is making them bully. Okay, so that's why this workshop is different from other bullying workshops. It looks at the needs of the bully, and by looking at the needs of the bully, it stops people becoming victims. And if the victims are still there or remembering what's happened, it changes their perception of how they feel about what's been done to them. And they realise that it's not their problem. One of the key points you'll see at the beginning of the session is I actually separate the children into two groups, because 49% of children will experience some form of bullying during their school life. That's nearly half. And by putting the children into these groups, it makes them realise that it's nothing to do with them. That massive number, they can't all be funny children, be weird children. It's actually nothing to do with them. It is just a statistic because people kick out. And with the advent of the cyber technology, bullying has become oh so very easy. You might smile when you see the section of the little girl standing next to me and I ask her if she can bully me. Of course, with real world bullying, that would never happen. But with cyberbullying, she could. She could actually, as a little child, bully me online because I wouldn't know necessarily who was behind it. So that's something that we need to concentrate on, focus on. The people who were the bullies may not necessarily be the same people who are the cyberbullies. Don't be concerned about remembering everything that you need to do, having watched the video. All the information that you need is in this lesson plan. It's got the timings in it. It's got all the details of every slide, every section, every document that links up. So everything is there for you. All the stories that I talk about during the workshop are also in this lesson plan, so you can read them as well. Good luck and have a good time with your presentation. My name's Penny, and hello. You can all call me Penny because my surname is far too difficult for you all to remember. Okay, so just call me Penny, it's nice and easy. And what I'm here to do today is to talk to you about bullying, but from a slightly different perspective, in a slightly different way, okay? Who knows someone who's happy, who's a bully? I'd be very surprised if anyone puts their hand up. It's not being popular, it's being happy. So we're all agreed that bullies aren't very happy people, is that right? Yeah. Okay. Right, what I would like you to do is I would like all of you to come and stand here, And I would like just this table here to go and stand there as well. So all of this table, can you just come and stand over here? Just half of that table. If you lot go back. Okay, so we've got about half the children in here. Okay, can you all hear me? Because I don't want to shout too loudly because of the microphone. We've got about half the children in here standing up here. Now, do you know what's going to happen to this half of the children? What? They're going to get bullied. At some time, not these particular people, if you take a class of children and you split them in half, at some time during their school, they will get bullied. Now, is there anything wrong with these kids? No, it's not their fault. They're happy kids. They're not the bully. So there's nothing wrong with these children. These children are fine, but they're the ones picked on because the bully is the one who's got the problems. And what we're going to be doing today is working out how we can help the bully to stop. Okay? But that just goes to show you how big the problem is. It's half of them. Okay? Do you want to go back to your seats now? Thank you very much. So, in a minute, you're going to do some work as a team, okay? And each table is going to be a team. And I will give you all a sheet of paper. But the question we're asking is, why does the bully bully? Okay? What would make somebody want to bully? Now, I want you to start really thinking outside of the classroom. It could be something to do with what's going on at home. It could be something to do with a member of their family, aunt, uncle, grandmother, who perhaps doesn't live with them, but is part of their family. It could be something that's happening at a sports club. It could be anywhere. I don't want to give you lots of ideas, but I want you to start thinking about why someone might want to start bullying. Okay? And you're all going to get a sheet of paper. Okay, and I want, who's the best writer on each table? Okay. Now, who's the best writer on this table? Each petal has got a number on it. And I want you to come up with 8 reasons why someone might want to bully. So talk about it as a team, work out the ones you want to put there, and then write down the 8 reasons. And I said the best team that does this is going to get a trophy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, go.